Alright, this is True Patriot 09, and I'm going to do another review today on a firearm that I purchased yesterday. This is a Mossberg 500 20 gauge. It's Bantam, so it's a little bit shorter. You can see here in the back. I do have the spacer. It's got the ghost ring sights, and you can see on the front there, the front post is a kind of like a fluorescent red, so it really shows up well through the ghost ring sights. And the reason I got this particular firearm was for home defense. Now, I know a lot of people, they have their opinions on home defense weapons. Me personally, I like the shotgun. The reason I like the shotgun is depending on what loads that you use, you're not going to have to worry about over penetration of walls or anything like that. An AR-15, there again, AR-15, 9mm, 357s, 45s, all those are great home defense weapons, but you also have to take into consideration when you use one of those particular firearms. Are you going to hit a stud with it, and is it going to stop the bullet? Is it going to hit drywall and keep on going? Is it going to go out the side of a house? Is it going to go out a window? Do you have children or even animals, for that matter, in the household that you have to worry about if you shoot a firearm such as a 5.56 223 or 9mm, 357 mag, something to that nature? So, like I said, depending on what loads that you use with this particular 20 gauge, you're not going to have to worry about over penetration. Am I going to load this with slugs or double alt buck? Of course not, because it's going to over penetrate walls. They do make really good rounds, low brass, that you can use for home defense, because in a home defense situation, you're looking at possibly coming in contact with an intruder between 5 to 10 feet. By the time you hear a window open, or a window break, or maybe a door smash in or something like that, by the time you get up, you grab your firearm, you're not only now looking for where the person is at, but if you do come in contact with them, you have something at short range that you're going to be able to shoot with. Now, there again, there are some downfalls. You can't be at low ready with a shotgun like you can a pistol. So, like I said, there are a lot of different people who are going to have different answers on this. For me, I got the 20 gauge. This is something my wife can also shoot. It's lower recoil depending on, there again, what load you're using. And it's a shorter rifle. Like I said, I do have the spacer in it for me. It's still a little bit of a lengthy pull for my wife. I think it's a 13-inch pull with that spacer. But it's a great firearm. And one thing I like about Mossberg, and I'll tell you, I can't remember which video I was watching, so I wish I could give them credit, but I can't remember what it is. The thing I like about the Mossberg safety is it goes forward and backwards. So, like I explained to my wife, like I seen in one video, when you push this safety lever forward, think of it as I'm pushing the bullet out the barrel. So when you push this forward, think of the bullet going out the barrel. When you push it back, you're bringing the bullet back. That's kind of an easy way to think of it. Plus, it has a really nice, bright red dot on top of it that you can see. And like I tell my wife, just remember, red is fire. Fire is red. The color red means fire. When you see red, that means it's ready to fire. So, just like I said, a few little things. Of course, I can't keep any gun one color. I did use the Alumahide here on the hand grip and the buttstock. I took everything apart, cleaned everything, and now it's like I said, it's ready to go. It's home defense. We can set it beside of the, or actually on top of. We have almost like a mantle over top of our bed, so we can keep it up there, away from our little girl, and we don't have to worry about it. So when it comes to a shotgun, something you can do is keep rounds in the tube, in the magazine of the barrel here, and not keep one in the chamber. So when you're ready to go, there's the little lever on the back, You press the lever, you rack one in, and you go. And another thing, like I said, I can't recall if I had said this or not, but you have to think with a shotgun at close range, you're going to be able to do a lot of damage. Plus, if it's 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, you're going to be probably pretty groggy, which means you're not going to may not have a good sight picture unless you're training all the time on something like that. I may eventually put a light on this particular firearm, but I do have lights that set on nightstands beside of mine and my wife's bed. Plus, this would be the 4th firearm in our bedroom, out of reach of our child, of course, but with my duty weapon, with my off-duty weapon, with her concealed carry weapon, and now this. This may be a gun, too, I can keep downstairs in our family room, just in case someone was to come in up top. Now, if they did come in up top, my German Shepherd, of course, would alert us, and if they did get past her, then they would have to get past this. So I hope this has been helpful. It's been a short overview. I know that. I'm going to try to get out next week and do some shooting with it. I've also just ordered another new spotting scope. I did a review on a pair of binoculars about a week ago. Ended up, they were a little too big, and they were pretty clear, but I should have got the spotting scope, so I got a nice little spotting scope. I'm going to hook up some things where I can run my action camera behind it and actually show some long distance shooting with the 6.5 Creedmoor, maybe the 308, and just hit some still about 300 to 400 yards. So I hope you enjoyed the review. Check out a review I just put up too on stenciling, on camo stenciling using painter's tape and a ceramic tile, a 12 by 12 ceramic tile. Works great. It really does. I also threw in a couple other things in there that I use as well that work great. So this is True Patriot 09. Thank you all for watching. I hope everyone has a wonderful Easter next Sunday. Let's pray for those ones today on Palm Sunday in Egypt who were killed for no reason by ISIS. It was two Christian churches, if I'm not mistaken. I think the last time I checked, the death toll was 40-some. So let's pray for them. Let's pray for this nation. Let's pray for one another and just be nice and show love and kindness towards one another, and just be thankful for all the wonderful things that we do have in life, and just knowing that Jesus Christ gave us those things. So this is True Patriot 09. Thank our military, thank our first responders. Pray for them, pray for their families, their safety, and just pray for one another. Thank you for watching True Patriot 09.